But you see, they're also filming. I'm like, why are you filming us? Somebody posted up and was filming there. So is this where everybody's going to be, Barb? Come to speak? Or are we going? Okay.
Yeah, we can't get in the road because they're looking for any excuse.
Right. Welcome to Stop Solitary Car Protest. I'm just going to take you along the lines. We're getting started in a few minutes. But I just wanted you to see all the people that are impacted, that have loved ones incarcerated at Northern. You can see the police. And we are protesting the humane conditions that are happening inside of Northern right now. Say hi.
Hi. How are you?
Tell us about your son. We're protesting so Alex could be free.
Absolutely.
Yup. Hi.
Hi.
We've met before, right?
We talked on the phone this morning.
Oh my God, it's you. Nice to meet you. I thought so. I'm like, you're familiar.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
Yes, we rushed to the emergency room. He's at Children's Hospital right now as we speak. He's only 15 years old, non-violent.
Wow.
He's been in the hospital twice for his asthma in the last 2 weeks. Juvenile didn't want to fill his prescription and get
Wow.
him nebulizer.
These are the prescriptions my son takes that they denied
15
him.
Oh my
years old.
gosh.
He's back in the hospital twice in the last 2 weeks. They denied him.
Wow. And where?
So
So,
he's at Children's
wow.
Children's Medical Center at Harper Hospital right now as we speak. They just rushed him to the hospital
Wow.
again for the second time in less than 2 weeks in this
So he was at the juveniles.
920 Broad Street.
Wow. Got it. And why did they rush him there? I'm sorry. Wow. Got it. I'm so sorry. We're gonna keep this fight. Thank you.
I just wanted to come over.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Can I forward her your number?
Yep, you can. Yep. Thank you. Hang in there. Stay strong. How you doing? You mind just speaking to the camera? Okay. Tell us.
My brother is in jail for
Mhm.
technical violation because he was in the hospital.
Mhm.
So they have him basically in a death sentence. Just want to say free my brother. He got tested positive for COVID
Wow.
last week, and he's in the cell with an 84-year-old man who's dying.
Oh my gosh.
Not mentally right now.
Oh.
He's been showered in over a week. He doesn't have his proper medication, and he just can't breathe, can't talk. His lungs are horrible. Just free my
Oh
brother.
my gosh.
He's loved. He can come home with us. That's all I want to tell everybody. He can come home with us.
That's right.
He
That's
can come home.
right.
We'll take care of him.
Wow.
He should have been released last week.
And for a tech.
Last month.
Wow. And did they tell you why they're not releasing him?
No, but we have a great lawyer. Hopefully we can get
Okay.
him.
Keep up the fight. Thank you. Hi. We're just gonna go say hi to a few people. Hi. Hi. Anything you want to say? I'm Raisha from Stop Solitary, and we're documenting this. What made you come out today?
Well, I'm here with my support Barbara there.
Oh, nice to meet you. You were going to come to our last rally, I think, too.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Awesome. And what makes you care about this cause?
Well, I think anytime it's a tool
Mm-hmm.
in life, what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an opportunity for them to come home.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Their life matters.
Totally.
Why should they be given the death?
Mm.
They know that this is going to cause that, and their lives are in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be free. Why not?
Yeah, totally. Thank you for sharing that, brother. I'm going to keep going so I get everybody. Thank you. Hello, my friend. Good. Any words you want to say to the people tuning in on Facebook Live?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Sure.
We're just out here protesting the failure of the Department of Corrections and the governor
Yup.
to treat prisoners in a humane way.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these guys don't have to be incarcerated.
Yup.
They have a lot of people that are not violent offenders that
Mm-hmm.
are close to getting out anyway.
Yup.
They have homes that they can go to, and unfortunately, we've already had some people that have died because of being in solitary confinement, not getting medical attention.
Right.
We're here to say that's not right. It's not humane and it's not American.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm not going to go all the way down here, but I just want you to see the groups of folks joining us. I don't want to miss anybody speaking, so I'm going to go back. But this is where we are. And yes, Anthony, I see your comment. Yes, I will go back and get the names and numbers of those folks, okay? Just give me a few minutes, because I want to capture the people when we're ready to start speaking. Hi. Hi, I'm Raisha from Stop Solitary. Nice to meet you. Do you mind talking about on camera just what has you be here and why you care about this? You have someone?
His father.
Yeah.
Worried about his health.
Mm-hmm.
He has contracted COVID-19, so I'm just more worrying about him being home so he can get taken care of better.
Yeah, totally. And was he in another place before he was sent to Northern?
No.
Okay.
He was in Far Robinson, and once he contracted it, they shipped him to Northern.
Wow.
He got a quarantine there.
Wow.
Basically, we just working trying to get him out.
Totally. And can you say anything about the conditions inside? Has he mentioned?
I'm hearing it's horrible.
Yeah.
Giving him the correct, treatment.
Yeah.
For everything, but all I can do is pray and hope for the best.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep fighting this fight. Thank you. All right. Can you take over for this for 1 second? Just closer to the people and just make sure you hold that too. I can hold this for a second.
All right, so what are we doing?
Okay, in front of Northern. All right.
Did you get a shot of the dog stuff down there yet?
No, I didn't go that far because I wasn't ready. I was down there.
I got a picture of the dog. Trust me. That's the
You
first
did?
thing.
Okay.
My body.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get a picture of it. All right, so we're going down there. What?
Oh, I thought you said you had to get
We gotta get what? What he say? All right. Did you get some of those families and stuff?
Yeah,
together?
I did.
Okay. We can switch it back then.
Okay.
Because that's where they're gonna speak, so I'm gonna go down there.
Okay.
Yeah, come on forward. Come on forward, and actually we're gonna. Thank you. Thank you. Did you get them?
I did.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Anything? I'm Raisha from Stop Solitary. Anything you want to say about who you're here for, or? Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow.
It was a perfect stranger.
Wow. Uh-huh.
About my son, and that's her.
Wow. Wow.
If I have power of attorney,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
emergency contact, how come they have never told me about that? I was from a perfect stranger.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. All right.
Grateful for this lady.
Yeah. Gonna keep up the fight. So I think we're all trying to head down here because that's where they're gonna speak. Thank you. All right, we're gonna go towards the actual, where the actual talking is going to happen. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Allie. You want to connect someone with Daryl McGraw? Thank you. So look at all the people. These are people that have loved ones at Northern, or they're impacted. So the police obviously knew that we were going to be here because there were a couple of police where we met, and a couple other police blocking the entrance of Northern. And there's dogs here as well. So they think that they're some type of threat. Yup. So there's dogs here. Raheem. Okay. So this is Northern if you've never been. This is Northern. Okay, we won't be intimidated. Say hi, Barbara Fair. Good, amazing job. How you doing? Are you related?
Yes, my grandma.
Oh, it's your grandma. Hi. Beautiful.
I'm an activist. She's been doing this since she was about 7 years old.
Wow. Amazing.
Hello, everyone.
Who said go home?
Hopefully he's going home. Why are they recording this?
Yeah.
We're out here today. We wanted to respect the people. It's no lesson record. So they can understand. Hopefully they bring it back to the people so that they know that they care for. We're out here today outside of Northern facilities where we realize a lot of sick people are being sent here. We understand several people have been sent here solely because they rejected the positions that they were being forced under. And so that's why we're here today. We want to bring support to the business out there. We have people that are inside of Northern right now. And we know what Northern's about.
Or should I try to go?
We know from
No, don't try to do that.
way back,
Yes, it's
Northern is a control unit. It's meant to bring you spirit, and it ends up shattering through your mind, and there's long-term effects from that. And all I ever wondered about, just knowing that they have something like this, that they're putting people in, chained 24 hours a day, chained up by hell. Where's the humanity of the people who can work in these places? I asked that question. Either people have lost their humanity, or they don't respect the humanity of the people that they are putting in these cages and chaining up. So
That's
we're
right.
here today to recognize those people who are in harm's way and hopefully actually share some concern for the people that are forced to be in these conditions, that are forced to work in these places. Because I feel bad for you guys too. Because it has to do something to you to see see another human being being treated the way that you guys treat people.
That's right.
So I want to pass the mic to one of our ministers who came today to say a prayer, bring some spiritual guidance to these family members who are out here looking across where their family member is somewhere in a cage right now, chained up like an animal, being mistreated and abused. And so I want that minister to say a few words of comfort to all family members before we get started.
That's right.
That came along with her, put this together. We need to really understand that prisoners' lives matter. They're people too. We have to take into account they're serving their time as they were sentenced, but they should not have a death sentence because they're doing what they were sentenced to do. They deserve to live also. So I just want to say a prayer for the parents that are out here that are willing to take their children home, that are willing to embrace them, that are willing to allow them to come to their residence. So it's not like they don't have a place to go. They're willing to take them in. You have wives out here that are willing to take them in, spouses that are out here willing to take them in. So what we're asking today is that the governors, the officials will take into mind in this crisis, in this pandemic, that you can do a great gesture by allowing them to go free, by allowing them to come home, by allowing them to live. So I just want to say a prayer right quick and then hand this over to the next speaker. Father, we truly thank you for allowing us to assemble today. We pray for each and every young man, each and every prisoner that's behind these walls, that you comfort them, that you secure them, that you let them know that we're out here fighting for them, that we're fighting for their lives. Father, we ask that you strengthen the parents that are standing out here right now, the spouses that are out here right now, the children that are out here right now, desiring that their father lives, that their parents live. We ask you right now that you move on the hearts of the officials. Let them not rest. Let them not be comforted. Let them be disturbed in their sleep. Let them be convicted that they do the right thing. Let them live. 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 They deserve to live. They deserve to live. So we pray that they do the right things. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Am I doing good or do you want to switch off?
You're doing good. Why don't you take some pictures?
Can I have a family member who has someone over there in Norman to speak up? Right now. Thank you.
I speak up. My son is currently housed at Northern Correctional Institute. He was housed here prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, and he's housed right now in torturous conditions. To have to take a shower with shackles on, to be locked in a cell for 23 hours a day, it does nothing but break your spirit. He shouldn't even be housed here because he was requesting medical attention. If you can't provide medical attention on a regular day, how are you going to house over hundreds of sick people in a segregated unit? You're using the same correction officers to take care of the sick people as the ones that are going over to the ones that are already housed. It was a blatant disregard to send all of these sick inmates here and not even take into consideration the inmates that you have already housed here. No one even let them know that you were sending sick inmates here. How do you live with that? How do you go home to your family every day knowing that you're sitting here and you're putting these lives in danger? These may be just a number to you, but there are families, there are fathers, there are sons, there are daughters, there are brothers. So for you to be able to go into this and work in these conditions and go home and act like it's okay, maybe you should reevaluate something that goes on. because this is not okay.
Let them live. Let them live. Let them live. Let them live.
Let them live.
I just want to say, please don't prosecute my brother on the grounds that he got sick and you're jailed. He was supposed to be released March 23rd of this year. You refused to release him and then send him up to hell. That's what the inmates are calling it. They're calling the Northern hell. You're sending him to hell. He's housed with an 84-year-old who is currently dying on his bed. Release my brother. He has a home to go to. I will take care of him. I will get sick and help him. I will heal him back to health. You are not doing your jobs. I work in a hospital. I had to leave my job so that my family can be taken care of. Give me my brother back. Stop killing him. You're killing him. He's not showered in a week. He's being moved. He's locked in a cell 23 hours a day. How would it, if I was the person that was taking care of your mother, your brother, your sister, at my hospital, and I left your family in that room to rock 23 hours a day, and I go in there for nothing. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't love it if it was me, or if it was your family. You would definitely be wanting me. You would want me to be in that room with them, take care of them. My son is in here. He had gotten into a car accident, broke his spine in 4 places, and had it cemented back together. After that, his lungs kept collapsing. He's now COVID positive, sitting there not knowing which medications to take because one nurse told him not to take the blood thinner. Another one told him to take it. He doesn't know what to do. I know he doesn't get proper medical care because I got his medications in my hand.
Do we have another family member who would like to speak? Otherwise, we can just stand here and watch the smiling faces of the officers who are in control of the kind of behavior, the kind of treatment that people get in this place. We can just stand and watch your smiling faces and knowing that you obviously don't have a heart. That's the only way you can be out here smiling, knowing how you're treating other human beings.
It's the governor. The governor wants.
The governor's not putting no smile on them faces right now. Those are the people, individuals.
Can I speak, Barbara, for this lady? She has no family here. I came to speak for Madeline Griffin. I came to speak on behalf of Madeline Griffin, who's incarcerated at York. She has a number of serious health problems, among them cancer, glaucoma, rheumatoid arthritis, anemia, chronic asthma, depressive disorder, HTN, metastatic cancer, and cervical spine stenosis. And a fractured knee that requires surgery. I gave them the medical surgery. I gave it to them. We don't have a death penalty in Connecticut. We outlawed it. But keeping people locked up in these petri dishes called prisons is like keeping them on a cruise ship or any other confined space where they're going to get the disease and a lot of them are going to die. It's time for Governor Lamont to stop playing tough with people's lives. We're going to go up and go to his home until people have a safe place to be during this pandemic.
That's right.
No death penalty in Connecticut. It's gone.
That's right.
And just to add to this, I don't know if everyone knows that a second person has died of COVID. He was 26 years old. He was in Whaley jail. Only through a court order, he was out of jail and went to the hospital. Within 2 days, he was dead. I think that's sad. I don't see anything to smile about. I don't see anything to be proud about. I'm sure all of you have families, and if you think what you're doing to other people's family is something to be proud of, I feel sorry for you. Make sure you get my good side.
I know you guys are recording, taking pictures, you have law enforcement out here, so my name is Harvey Fair. I am a former state prisoner in the state of Connecticut, so I'm here today to support those people that are in those torture chambers. You know, and it's unfortunate that there's such a need to make money. We understand everybody got to take care of your family, but to act as if every day you don't understand that you guys are supporting people being tortured, that you're supporting death. How do you go home and look at your children? How do you tell your children about decency and humanity, and you sit out here and smile and laugh like people that are not dying in there? Like you don't know that they're dying. You don't have the decency, you don't have the courage, you don't have the integrity, you don't have the morality to speak truth to the people that you said you protect. You come here every day and you said you're here to protect the people. You want the public to be safe, but you're lying to the public every day. You know that the governor, Lamont, you know that Commissioner Cook are sending prisoners over here because they express a concern about their health and their life and the fear of dying. And what is the response of the state of Connecticut? It's to send them to a place where they would die. And you smile. I understand you're doing your job, but your job is public safety. It's security of the institution.
Well, you see who's
it's
smiling.
not to submit human beings
You see the one that's smiling.
to acts of inhumanity and indecency. How would you like if you didn't shower in 10 days? How would you like if someone had your child locked up in a cage? How would you like that? And all for what? For a paycheck? That's it? That's the best you can do as a human being? You leave me speechless and horrified. All right? Because the conduct of the state of Connecticut right now is worse than the pandemic that we're dealing with.
That's right.
And the
That's right.
state doesn't care
All
about
right?
them either.
But the pandemic doesn't have a heart. We say we have a heart. You take an oath. And one of your obligations is to protect the lives of the prisoners by which you monitor. How can you do that if you sit back and say nothing about how they're treated? How do you allow somebody to come into your institution, strip them down naked, body search them, lock them in cells all day, and you know they haven't did anything for protest their conditions? They have a right to life, and they have a right to speak out about that life. So we don't criticize you for being correctional officers or state police or army or whatever, but what we do criticize, what we do want to speak out against is the inhumanity and how you can sit back with these uniforms and these badges and these guns, but your conduct, as far as I'm concerned, I'll speak for Harvey Fair, all right, it's worse than anybody that may have committed a crime and got committed to these institutions. They wasn't sentenced here to death. 8th Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment. If you can sit there and say that these people are not being subjected to that, you're a liar.
The judge already said that.
And you're worse than some of the people that you say that was in there for committing a crime. This is a crime against humanity.
Yes, it is.
All right? You ain't discriminating, you say, But predominantly, locked up in there are people of color. That doesn't discount the other people that's in there too. Nobody should be treated like that. Nobody. And I feel sorry for you. This is the best you can do to earn a living to take care of your family. I'd rather go cash in soda bottles than sit up there and know I'm supporting a system that's committing genocide.
Right.
Right.
Here, here.
Who's on your sweatshirt?
Oh, this is
There is a story back home.
This is just like I just said.
You need a third hand, Bobby.
I know. No, my brother. I want to call up the name. I want to call up the name.
He was working.
I want to call up the name of the first young man to die inside of these prisons. August, I think it was April 15th, Carlos De Leon. And then now we have another young man who died the very next day, 2 days after getting out of the hospital. I'm just wondering how many deaths are we going to have before we decide that we have to treat these people like human beings. How many more deaths do we have to have?
So, Clark, the DOC says this is the best place to bring people because they can be separated and kept, one from the other and get treatment. And then they go back to the place they came to, the prison they came from once they're better. And they said they already had sent some people back to the prison of origin. What do you say to that?
That comes from a prison state of mind. Because the way I see it, there's thousands of people who are at the end of their sentence, or they're in here for technical violations. The young man, the 26-year-old that just died, was in here, hadn't even been convicted of anything. He didn't have to die. So when you have thousands of people that you could have released, that would have stored up enough space so that people would be spread out more so they could be on top of themselves. But they didn't even take that in consideration. Because see, some of these people, these are disposable lives. So they didn't stop to think about how do we save these people's lives. They don't matter.
I couldn't get a response from the governor's people about the letter that was sent by the Yale, the faculty from the Yale School of Medicine, Nursing, and Public Health.
About 50 doctors signed off on that, and then that letter, they talked about the inhumanity of sending sick people, just the inhumanity really of sending anybody to Northern, is what they call a dungeon. It's just very inhuman, it's degrading, it's brutal, and it's just horrifying. And I can't understand the mindset of people who can do this to another human being. That's what I can't understand. And then, to see people out here laughing, of course, I'm trying not to even speak to those.
Say it.
Because, no, I don't even want to say it. It's just like, because for them to laugh and knowing that it's like so silly, because they'll be the first things to go down when it's time to cut jobs. But yet they're so willing slaves to do this to other people. It's sad. They shouldn't be laughing, they should be crying. They should be trying to figure out, where's my humanity? That I think at a time like this, when people are sick and dying inside of there, that I could be out here laughing. Where's your humanity?
While they're out here, who's in there?
Right.
So that's when I see that, that's all I think about. Where's their humanity?
And I don't know how many, but a lot of other states and other countries even that we don't think of as democracies have released a lot of people. And the state of Connecticut, they reduced their population to some degree, but maybe it's just because that is
They were set to be released.
There's no plan. Lamont said from day one, there's not going to be any early release, and he has not made a step away from that plan. He has no plan to let people out. People that are getting out are people that are going to get out anyway. I know a young man that his end of sentence is next week. He'll be counted in those people that they're releasing, but only because he stayed there to the last day of his sentence. and that shouldn't happen. There's people in here that are sick, that don't even want to admit that they're sick, knowing that they have to be in Northern. Absolutely. Being supervised by sick people, because you have to be sick to be able to do the things that you do to people. You have to be sick. And so they don't want to let anyone know that they're sick so that they don't have to face that kind of treatment. So some of them, probably like the young man that just died, waited to the last minute to even acknowledge that he was sick because he didn't want to end up here.
There's a lot of them that are like that. So how are they going to curb? What solution is it sending them here if you have inmates that are still housed in the regular prison that won't say they're sick because they're afraid to come here?
Right.
Yeah. Because of the conditions are here. When you have to be shackled to take a shower, you have to be locked in a cell for 23 hours a day. What type of conditions is that? Who would want to come here? I've spoken to several people that are sick, that are showing symptoms, and they refuse to speak up because they're afraid to come here. And how would you curb the virus if they're afraid to come here and you send someone here, then you send them back right with a bunch of sick people that are afraid to speak up? So this obviously wasn't a thought out and logical solution to what they thought. It just was something that they thought of at the moment and said, okay, we're going to utilize this facility because we only have 76 inmates here and it should be closed anyway.
That's right.
So that's really what it was. They had the space, the adequate space to put someone here in a facility that they want to deem necessary when they know it should be closed down at this point.
Right.
Could you give me your name?
My name is Stacy Rivera.
And what town are you from?
Waterbury.
And the picture you're holding, is that
This
a relative?
is my son who's in Northern now.
And he has that's your son who's there now?
Yes, and this is his baby, his daughter. Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
And did he get transferred in with COVID, or he
No,
was already
he was
there?
already here. And that's another thing is they didn't even take into consideration the inmates that were already housed here before they shipped over 100 sick inmates here. They didn't let any of the inmates know we're beginning to house COVID-19 patients. I had to tell my son. He was unaware of it at all. And how do you house sick people here? They don't even have water that's drinkable. The water's brown.
Right.
They don't have, the plumbing is so disgusting that the water comes out of the faucets brown. My son hasn't even drank any water since he's been here. And when I spoke to the nurse about him being dehydrated, you know what he said? If he's dehydrated, it's his own fault for not drinking water. Would you drink brown water that you don't know where it came
No,
from?
that's why they have their water.
My
piped
son
in.
hasn't showered since last Friday. I have him on recording telling me so. He was supposed to be released March 23rd. No halfway house is going to take him now that he tested positive. Here's his medications here tonight at the door.
And he's here now?
He's here in Northern now because he tested positive last week.
Where did he come from?
Carl Robinson.
Oh, where that huge breakout is.
Yes.
Oh,
And there's a lot more
sorry.
people in Carl Robinson. He said
He
himself that are
said
sick.
himself, everybody else is over here sick, but they're not talking to sick because they don't want to go to hell. And hell,
would?
hashtag Northern.
And could I have your name?
My name is Christine Carroll,
Carol?
Yes.
And what town?
Manchester.
I would like to speak to again how the governor and Commissioner Cook has lied again to the public. So, for example, when they reported that there was a disturbance at Carl Robinson, they didn't say that they transferred
50
six
inmates.
individuals from Hartford, put them in the general population at Carl Robinson, and then spread word to the inmates that these people that were affected with COVID-19 were there. So what do you expect them to do when they know that the Department of Corrections is sending people that they know that are sick and put them in a dormitory full of people that may not be sick, and when they speak out against it, they wind up transferred to Northern.
So they want to do a work stoppage in a hunger strike.
And then they say,
For that, they
Governor
punish them.
Lamont,
New Haven as well, when they
oh, it's a distraction.
fed them all those rotten bologna sandwiches, they sent inmates there for advocating about it, for inciting a riot because they didn't want to eat rotten bologna sandwiches.
So you were referring to people who got sent here for protesting, and they weren't sick?
Yes,
weren't
exactly.
sick. They
They
got
were not
sent
sick.
here because they knew that the Department of Corrections was taking prisoners from other facilities that they knew were sick and put them in dormitories with people that were not sick.
No, they don't tell you.
And because they protested, which they have a right to do, their response was send them to Northern and lock them in a cell all day.
We know another person of contact with a friend.
Did that include some of the people who are sick and some of them who are sick and
I used to think when someone
I didn't
yeah,
get
that's
that.
the
Yeah.
who's in there. Some people are in
Yeah.
there because they're sick. And some people are in here just because they protested the conditions they were under.
And that's 100
And Northern
people.
is known for, it's a part of control unit. They put you in the cell, chain you up and everything, they break your spirit. So when you complain about something, they will put you in Northern to break your spirit.
It's a punishment.
Right.
Department of
It's a
Corrections
punishment.
didn't even have the decency to call me to let me know my son was sick. I had to hear it from a perfect stranger that my son was COVID-19 positive because he wasn't able to access the phone.
So the 100 people is in addition to the 76 or how many?
Yes. Yes.
And I heard it's more than 100.
Every time I
Yes.
check the website, it's a lie. It's false. My son was sitting in the cell with 50 other people last Saturday, waiting to be transported over here. That's a lie. That website read for 3 to 4 days. 3 people in Carl Robinson were sick when he was sitting there with 50 other inmates, waiting to be transported.
So if they want, why won't they let you have the medication? I mean, his medication, is that,
His son.
did he have it before?
This is his medication that he was denied when he first came in. And one of the nurses told him not to take the blood thinner. The other one told him to take it. He said, "Ma, I don't know what to do."
Inadequate.
I want to know
That's
why.
the point.
His lungs are full
Inadequate
of
care.
mucus. As we speak, I can hear it in his voice over the phone. He's not even getting water to drink. How can he clear his lungs full of mucus when they're not running at 100% functionality already? Not before the COVID-19.
Now, just because this is radio, you're the one whose son is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other person, you're the one whose son was already there and he's not sick.
Yes.
At least. Okay. Okay. And just tell me your name again so I can.
Christine Carroll.
Okay, thank you. And
The
Stacey
Stacy.
Rivera.
Stacy Rivera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sheldon wanted to say something.
oh, okay.
It's your.
Sheldon.
I deduced. I wasn't sure. Okay, Sheldon.
Hello, everybody. It's tough being here, man. Knowing what's going on inside here, knowing what's going on inside prisons across this country. It's tough being here, man. It's sad. It's sad to see that our governor is basically allowing state-sanctioned torture and murder. And I want you guys to know, you have no honor. And I don't say this because you're correctional officers. I don't say this because you're police. You have no honor. You have no integrity. You have no humanity. And I know that just like prisoners of war, you have convinced yourselves that the people that you are overseeing are less than human, are deserving of torture. I know you convinced yourself of that, but you have human beings in there.
That's right.
You have the love of someone's life in there. You have someone's dad in there, someone's pop, someone's favorite uncle, someone's big brother. You have them in there. They're humans in there.
Some of you need to
And
be
you guys are nothing right now in this pandemic. You guys are nothing more than mercenaries.
That's
And
right.
I'm not talking to the uniform, because that uniform makes you a slave.
slave to
Because anytime when you preside over human torture, you're less than human. So I'm speaking to whatever humanity is in you.
That's right.
When you see those people, think about your children. Think about the people that you care about. And imagine if this was happening to them. Imagine what you would think about the people that were a part of it. You guys are nothing more than state-sanctioned mercenaries.
That's right.
Because what you're doing right now, you are all accessories to torture and murder.
There's no honor in that.
My sign says prisoners' lives matter. Some of you guys belong in prison because what you are presiding over is criminal. Governor Lamont belongs in prison.
Yeah.
That's right.
Commissioner
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 Cook
Cook.
belongs in prison.
That's right.
What you people are not animals are, you are part of a clear violation of the 8th Amendment. Clear. This whole facility is a violation of the 8th
That's right.
Amendment.
Let them live.
This is a torture chamber. You don't send people here that you expect to be rehabilitated.
That's right.
You send people here to break them down.
That's it.
You send people here to steal whatever humanity is left in them, to steal it from them. And these are the people that come onto these streets. And when they come onto these streets after being broken, and they put a gun to someone's head or a knife to some old lady's back and rob them, now you want to say they're animals. But you make animals.
That's right.
You turn human beings into animals.
That's right.
Which makes you less than an animal.
No honor.
You have no honor.
No honor.
When you look in the mirror, I don't care what you think you see. You guys are animals. Those are human beings dying, and you're supporting it. There is no excuse for that. You can call them prisoners, you can call them inmates, all you want. They are human beings. You guys should be disgusted with yourselves.
And you could change
And your
the
children
system.
should be ashamed to call you parents. Your mothers should be ashamed to call you their children. Your family should be ashamed to claim you. You're animals.
Getting paid.
You are an animal. Less than an animal. The uniform doesn't make you a man. Those uniforms don't come with values. They don't come with an automatic set of values. You have to put it in the uniform. And right now, you are not. You are dishonor to the human race. Or dishonor to anyone who wears the uniform proudly. You are dishonor to them. I've met correctional officers with humanity. You are a dishonor to them. You're criminals. And whether or not they lock you up, just know that every single one of you are accessory to murder. Whether they never put a handcuff on your hand, just know that you are killers. All of you. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And I pray that your nightmares keep you awake at night. And I pray that one day your children know what you have been a part of and they disown you, just like the children of the old Klan members. I pray that you go to your grave with the shame of Thomas Jefferson went to his grave with, after living as an animal.
How about that?
You should be ashamed of yourselves. You're not human. And I just want to say also, every time the employees of the state of Connecticut spread another lie, technically, you know you're committing governmental fraud. You're killers.
Anytime you falsify a document,
Murderers.
it's governmental fraud. Anytime you sit back and allow people to die and to be tortured, you're guilty of malfeasance. You're guilty of neglect. And you know that. So if any of you could leave here today with some just a spark of integrity, tell the truth.
That's right.
All right?
All of you. Cowards.
Just like you hide what's going on in there right now, go tell somebody what's really going on and say, look, I don't want to lose my job. I can't say in public what's going on, but tell somebody that got the courage to stand up and tell the truth of what's going on.
That's right.
Because as they continue to send people over here that's infected, your lives are at jeopardy too. Cuomo, the reporter on CNN, he took it home to his son. His life is in jeopardy. So do not think because you have on a uniform that you become a superhero and you can't get sick as well. Tell the truth even if you have to do it off the record. Contact somebody. Say this is what's really going on. Because if you don't, you're just as much criminal as the people that have been convicted of a crime because you're committing governmental fraud by telling those lies.
Right.
That's right.
Committing
That's right.
crimes.
Perfect slave.
That's right.
All be in the back of a paddy wagon.
What time is it?
It's 3:30. Yeah, it's 3:30.
Well, we want to thank you for showing up today, everyone, including the nice uniformed officers. Thank you very much for showing up, and hope you got all our good sides on your tape, and you got all the messages. And I hope some of them touched your heart, if there is a heart inside of your chest behind that blue uniform. If there is, I hope that you got touched. And know that you are slaves to the system. There's no honor in that. So don't be honored because you get a paycheck at the end of the week. That just means you're willing to be bought and paid for. There's no honor in that. And I pray for you. And I pray for your family. Because karma is something else. When karma hits you, there won't be no smile on your face anymore. And I know that smile is fake. That's what you want to show because if you have any heart, you know what you do. You know what you're a part of. And you should be ashamed, deeply ashamed, to be a part of this evil system. But I know some of you don't have a heart. So I don't expect nothing to come from it. But just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on standing proud with your brotherhood. And as people die, know the blood is on your hands. Because you agreed to do this. If you don't agree with what the evil system is doing, you wouldn't put on that uniform.
What y'all doing is worse than anybody ever stole crack, robbed somebody, shot somebody. What y'all doing is way worse than that.
So we're going to leave here today with our dignity, and hopefully you'll have some dignity one day, and you'll stop and think about what you do to people every single day for $1. You get paid to do this. You're a slave. There's no honor in that. Know that. So we'll let you go back to work and enjoy your evening. Thank you.
I just want to say one more thing. You know, we drove up here. We've been peaceful the whole time. And to have German Shepherds out here barking at people that pay taxes, that help all of you guys to get your paycheck so you can take care of your families, that's pathetic. There was no need to have dogs out here barking. This isn't a riot. There's no need for all of the law enforcement.
I'm a union member just like you.
All right?
I'm a tax-paying citizen.
We're all citizens. We all work.
15 years a union member, just like you.
Do the right thing. Even if you got to sneak a letter to your favorite pastor, your favorite representative. Say, look, I can't tell you what. Tell the truth. Please tell the truth. All right? Tell the truth. And it's bad enough that they're making human beings, men, callous and not caring. They ain't trying to do the same thing with the women. The first ones that the children come in contact with. So if they can turn you callous and cold like that, how are you going to teach your children to be upright, decent, and loving? All right? So we don't hate any of you. We're not angry. But as sad as us, that other human beings are being made like that. Worse than the pandemic.
Right. Gonna do some chants on the way back?
Let them live!
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 Let them live.
Have some humanity!
Have some humanity.
Have some humanity!
Have some humanity.
Have some decency!
You guys
Have
are
some
sad, yo.
decency.
Have some decency!
Have some decency.
Let them live!
Sad.
Let them live.
Let them live!
Sad,
Let them
yo.
live.
Sad, man. Y'all dudes should be disgusted with yourselves, man. Sad, man. Should be ashamed of yourself. Look at you. You guys are killers. You're killers. Should be ashamed of yourself. Every one of you.
Send a letter out. Send a secret letter out. Tell the public what's really going on.
Your children are the children of murderers.
Use some of my taxpayer dollars to get some fresh
Your
drinking
mother is
water
the
in
mother
there.
of a killer.
Respect your oath. Respect your oath.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up today.
You did a great job.